Hello everyone, my name is Cassandra and I am a student from Florida Gulf Coast University in Florida. Before I begin my presentation, I want to express gratitude for the huge privilege I have had to be born in this nation. There are many people around the world who share the same dreams as me, but are burdened by sheer geographical luck. I am standing here today because I have had the incredible honor to educate myself on environmental issues, to go to university, and to use my privilege to advocate for the voiceless. Project Green has created a wonderful experience for me. Before joining Project Green, I had severe climate anxiety. Every morning, I would turn on my phone and be slammed with breaking news of climate disasters. And I felt that unplugging didn't even help because I would go outside and see devastation all around me. I would notice cars zooming by on the road outside my apartment every day, litter flying around before eventually wrapping around a tree branch or suffocating wildlife, and humans sending unnecessary amounts of trash to landfills. It all seemed like too much. I didn't know how I could make a change. But everything changed when I joined PGC. I noticed the voices of hundreds, if not thousands, of students like me who cared about our planet. Now I am stronger and more confident than ever. I know I am a change maker, and I know how even the smallest impacts can lead to powerful global change. That doesn't mean my climate anxiety just completely disappeared. Some days I feel happy, some I feel sad, and some days I feel really, really angry. But I know how to take these emotions and feel them to power my action. And so this is why I developed the Earth Equity Movement. My mission is to educate and connect Floridians to advocate for a state that protects both the environment and all citizens, no matter their identity. This movement is called Earth Equity because achieving just equality only means achieving sameness. However, achieving equity means achieving fairness. Environmental justice, not just equality, must be served because individuals who do the least to harm the environment are suffering from a climate disaster caused by individuals with the highest environmental impact. Earth Equality will take form as a youth-led digital platform that uplifts stories, resources, and environmental justice issues across South Florida, empowering communities to take action and push for stronger, more equitable climate policies. Earth Equity shares experiences of South Florida residents, local experts, organizers, scientists, farmers, youth activists, and community members whose lives are all being shaped by climate change. Inspired by models like Humans of New York, intersectional environmentalists, and Earth Justice, Earth Equity uses storytelling, accessible education, and strategic calls to action to help Floridians understand what's at stake and how they can make a difference. While rooted in South Florida, the platform welcomes anyone seeking to learn, connect, and advocate for a more just and sustainable world. Over the next 4 months, my project will focus on Southwest Florida. My goals to help achieve climate justice locally are for individuals to gain awareness about climate injustice, reduce consumption, reduce plastic waste, and take action. I will work with local organizations to share stories of marginalized communities. EcoFGCU is an environmental coalition group at Florida Gulf Coast University. I will work with this group to host eco-friendly events to educate students about social injustice. I will also give a speech at Mangrove Review, a student-led magazine for storytelling about how climate change disproportionately affects individuals. And third, I will share the story of the Miccosukee tribe, an indigenous group who has fought relentlessly to protect the Everglades against development in the concentration camp Alligator Alcatraz. My goal for the state of Florida is to convince representatives to take positive action for the government. State action will lead to federal environmental action. Working with Alexis Dorman of the Florida Democratic Party, I will converse with politicians such as Congresswomen Kathy Castor and Joanna Lopez. A problem with the Democratic Party is that we're not talking about climate change as much anymore, in a time where we need it more than ever. Climate change is already impacting Floridians unequally by leading to poverty, urban heat islands, rising AC bills, and food insecurity. This is why it is important to contact state representatives. In the future, I hope to see state funding for school green initiatives, free and reduced floss-in meals for students, and funding for environmental conservation, such as the wildlife corridor in the Florida Everglades. Nationally and globally, my strategy is to reach other youth who care about the planet from social media. Posting daily, publishing credible reports, and creating a website will help others outside my state reach about climate justice. Creating global change will take much, much longer than just 5 months. These goals are merely for the future. However, my true dream is to see a better world, and I would love to see any steps towards that dream becoming true. After spending 30 days completing sustainability challenges, I have already seen my activism pay off. I've gotten to connect with others and educate my friends, family, classmates, and teachers. I've even gotten my peers to take small actions, such as educating themselves and reducing their waste. In conclusion, Earth Equity is a youth-driven environmental justice initiative using storytelling and community voices to drive policy change. Through Instagram, TikTok, and a website that I will create, Earth Equity highlights the lived experiences of South Florida residents, local experts, organizers, scientists, farmers, youth activists, and community members whose lives are being shaped by climate change. After over a month of work and newly acquired wisdom, I feel ready to begin taking these larger steps in Earth advocacy. This movement is a solution rather than a contributor to the climate anxiety that I share with many other young people due to our terrible reality and social media exposure. Personally, as a changemaker, I hope to see more sustainable development, climate justice for marginalized communities, and protections for wildlife and the environment. I hope that my organization will contribute to these efforts by raising global awareness about environmental injustice. I cannot save the world alone, but I don't have to. There are so many people around the world willing to act, and even small local efforts can have a lasting impact. I am beyond excited to continue developing Earth Equity and see progress towards a sustainable future. Thank you.